Hello dear friends, I am Dr. Pratap Naikwade. Welcome you all for online 1 week interdisciplinary certificate course in Basics of Organic Farming conducted by IQSC and Department of Botany, Artlesa Preparatory College, Devru.
Dear friends, in this module we will study definition of organic farming, then history and concept of organic farming, as well as need of organic farming. First of all, let's study definition of organic farming. There are so many different definitions of organic farming given by different organizations. This is the definition given by Britannia Encyclopedia. According to this definition, organic farming is agricultural system that uses ecologically based pest controls and biological fertilizers derived largely from animal and plant wastes and nitrogen fixing cover crops. Organic farming always supports the environment, so anything which is harmful to nature is avoided in organic farming. Organic agriculture is a production system that sustains the health of soils, ecosystem and people. Organic farming relies on ecological processes, biodiversity and cycles adapted to local conditions rather than the use of inputs with adverse effect. Organic agriculture combines tradition, innovation and science to benefit the shared environment and promote fair relationships and a good quality of life for all involved. Organic farming involves holistic production systems that avoids the use of synthetic fertilizers, pesticides and genetically modified organisms, thereby minimizing their deleterious effects on environment. Now, let us see history of organic farming. It is obvious that almost the entire history of agriculture consists of what would be now termed as organic farming. As in previous centuries, there was no technology to modify natural food by chemical pesticides, genetic manipulation, etc. Organic farming is very ancient as the agricultural practice has started 10,000 years ago. During that period, there were no chemical fertilizers, so farming system existed was along with crops and animals husbandry. Organic farming is an oldest practice dating back to Neolithic age practiced by ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia, Hong-Ho Basin, etc. Organic farming is not new to India also, as scripts of Ramayana, Mahabharata mentions some practices like cow manures and other manures. These ancient Indian manuscripts describe the importance of dead and decaying matter in nourishment of life and soil fertility. As well as Kautilya Arthashastra mentioned manures like oil cake as well as excreta of animals. Brihad Samhita by Varaha Mihir described how to choose manures for different crops and the methods of manuring. Similarly, green manure is described in Atharvaveda. It is stated that to cause healthy growth, plants should be nourished by dung of goat, sheep, cow, water as well as meat. Later on, in modern civilization, organic farming was reintroduced in developed countries from 1924. That was era of emergence of organic farming in modern period. Now we will study the concept of organic farming. Organic farming uses nature as a model for the agricultural systems, recycling nutrients, encouraging natural predators to manage pest, increasing pest densities to block weeds. Organic farmers don't merely substitute non-toxic materials for pesticides and fertilizers, but rather consider the farm as an integrated entity with all parts interconnected. Organic farms do not consume or release synthetic pesticides, chemicals into the environment, some of which have the potential to harm soil, water, and local terrestrial and aquatic wildlife. Organic farming is based on maintaining a live soil with a diverse population of micro and macro soil organisms. A common phrase used to characterize organic farming is feeding the soil, not the plant. So here in this photograph we will see the difference between organic fertilizers and synthetic fertilizers. Synthetic fertilizers, they are feeding the plant, and so therefore the nutrients, they are made available to the plant only. Whereas the organic fertilizers, they are not feeding the plant but they are feeding the soil. These organic fertilizers, they add organic matter as well as the plant nutrients. This organic matter is also provides some of the soil nutrients on which the microorganisms are grown, and these microorganisms, these are helpful for the plants for the nourishment. So with this we can understand that organic fertilizers, they are more useful than the synthetic fertilizers. In this photograph we can see that many macro as well as the microorganisms, they are present in the soil, and in organic farming proper care is taken of all these organisms. Organic matter is maintained in the soil through the addition of compost, animal manure and green manures, and the avoidance of excess tillage and nitrogen applications. Dear friends, it may be questioned in your mind that what organic farming does. We will see one by one. It protects the environment, minimize soil degradation and erosion, decrease pollution, optimize biological productivity and promote a sound state of health, maintain long-term soil fertility by optimizing conditions for biological activity within the soil, maintain biological diversity within the system, recycle materials and resources to the greatest extent possible within the ecosystem, provide attentive care that promotes the health and meets the behavioral needs of livestock, prepare organic products emphasizing careful processing and handling methods in order to maintain the organic integrity and vital quantities of the products at all stages of production, rely on renewable resources in locally organized agricultural systems. Now we will see why organic farming is needed. Agriculture is the most important sector, as majority of the population in developing countries including India depends on agriculture directly or indirectly. So it is also very important for economic and social development of most developing countries. It is predicted that the world population will certainly double by the middle of the 21st century, leading to burden on land and other natural resources. In general, chemical fertilizers and pesticides are used for increasing agricultural productions. Its extensive use contributes largely to pollution and deterioration of the environment. It leads to loss of soil fertility and adversely impacted agriculture productivity and causes soil degradation. The chemicals used are causing many problems of health to human and other organisms. So in this photograph we can see that how the pesticides have hazardous effect on human being. The hazardous effects of the pesticide on health can be: it negatively impacts central nervous system, causes eye irritation, hormonal imbalance as well as cancer, liver damage, skin irritation as well as reproductive effects in human being. Hazardous effect of chemical fertilizers, pesticides and other chemicals are well known now, so people all over the world are moving towards the organic farming. Now we can see the pesticide cycle. When the pesticide is sprayed on the crop, some amount of the pesticide it is absorbed by the crop, but majority of the pesticide it is leached below root zone by rain or irrigation. Some part is degraded by bacterial oxidation or chemical hydrolysis. Part of pesticides, they are others to the soil particles, while part of pesticides shows surface runoff to the lakes as well as the rivers, and they are leached to the water resources and causing water pollution. Here they are causing the land pollution, and part of the pesticides they are vaporized to the atmosphere causing the air pollution. They are also degraded by the ultraviolet light, and later on with the rain they are deposited by rainfall. So this is the pesticide cycle, which shows the negative effects of the pesticides on ecosystem. These are references. Thank you.